Okay, so I got a 30 car freight here in the yard. I gotta separate it by delivery. It's gonna be a pain in the ass, so I gotta look up my tabs. I'm gonna separate everything that goes to the Whittier mill, but I gotta take this coal car here and separate it over to the Sylvia interchange track. That's where the outgoing Sylvia stuff goes. So actually, I think I could do this all in one move instead of two moves. So I'm just going to go ahead and drop off all the Whittier stuff and then drop that off at the Sylvia outbound track. Which will be a lot easier to do because I'm still a learning conductor here. Alright, so let's get all these cars are going to be shoved down. So all the Whittier cars that you see that say Whittier are going down this track 2, this right here. You can see there's already a Sylvia exchange to Carolina Fuel down there, where I'm going to take this Sylvia interchange car, put it with that Sylvia interchange car after I drop off all this Whittier on track 2. You'll see how it plays out. Okay, the engine. Yeah. But we're not going to ride in the cab. We're going to do an external view. This is my switcher I use for switching out the mill in the yard. My main road switcher is in the engine shop waiting for the switch job to get over with. And then we'll use it to continue down the main. Right now, let's pull this out. It's a little more power right there. Should just be taking a couple of cars. This is 10 cars at the mill. It's gonna be a lot of switching at the mill. Coast from here, 7 miles an hour. I gotta get over in here. Actually, what I think I'll end up doing is I'll go down here. Follow this car. Still doing 7 miles an hour, which is really good for coasting. I like the momentum here. I just gotta switch that first switch where you see the green right here where my mouse is pointing. You gotta switch this after we clear it. Stop the push back. We'll push all these Whittier mill cars that go to the mill in on track 2. Get it to stop in time, but we're ways away from the switch. Then we will back up. Actually, it's a shove. Technically. It's already lined for track 2, I think. I hope. 7 miles an hour, coast that in. Get a watch from the engine this time since check out its drivers. It's Western Maryland Railroad. You can see the reporting marks, or LOCO, and that stands for Whittier Lumber Company, number 2. And that's what I use to switch out the yard, not just for the mill, but for all my deliveries, I set up everything along chronological order as I get to that destination. So the first destination is the mill. It's just right here in Whittier. That's where we are now. And this is the Whittier yard. So I'm kind of setting everything up by classification in the yard. Should be good. And then I got to uncouple all that. Speed of okay. So we're taking this coal car to match with that coal car way down there. You can tell it says Sylvia Interchange on that tag. And it says the same thing on that tag way down there. Let's see Sylvia Interchange. Okay. So let me get in here. Uncouple that. We gotta trap the air in, turn the angle clock, and then I'm gonna ride on the back of this coal car. Brakes off. Let's reverse. Goes from there. I gotta switch this switch in order to line up, right? So I gotta stop the train at the same time. Slide for me. Alright. Alright. Now we'll place this on track 3. There you can see all the Whittier sawmill stuff is on track 2. Everything else I think is going to either Robinson or Bryson, so I mean I see a couple cars back there for something else. I can see it from here. It's way back there where my mouse is pointing. That goes to Dillsboro. I can put that with the Sylvia stuff though, because it's the same direction going east. Everything else we're bringing right now is going west. And then I'll leave these 2 cool cars here, and I gotta add 1 more car to it, I think. Then we'll be ready to switch the mill. Turn that angle clock, let that bleed out as it disconnects. We'll watch it disconnect here. We gotta go back and pick up some cars that are heading east and put them on the eastbound track, which is the one we're on now. I'll give you an idea of what our yard looks like here in a second. The main line's to the right of track 1. Track 1 was where the mouse is right now. That's the main. So we got 3 tracks in the yard. That's what we're dealing with. And then I'm gonna go, I threw that switch, so I'm gonna go back to these remainder cars. And I'm gonna take a look to see what goes where. What you got in the front? Check it out. We're just barreling down there at 12 miles an hour. Start slowing down. Okay, I see 2 cars at the end of this line that need to go to the eastbound track. Nope, 3 now. I just spotted another one. So, yeah, I'm gonna do this. Start from the back of the train. The back of the line of cars. Work my way forward. I gotta hook up the air hoses here. Open up the line. Pump up some brakes. And I gotta walk. Let's see, we got that one. But we're gonna start from the back and drop that front one off first. Or last, I should say. So I'm gonna go all the way down here. I'm running. Then this is Dillsboro Freight House. That's in the east. Here's another one for Dillsboro Freight House. That's in the east. Dillsboro Freight House, FR1. Dillsboro Freight House, FR1. Those are in the east. I should have dropped. I usually don't do drop offs on my way here. I do them on the return trip. So I'll come back and pick these up from track 3 on my way back east. So it's kind of like a shelf layout. The boost is here, so what? I'll just ride the stairs of the boost. Oh, I got a better idea. I think I'll ride on first one. First Dillsboro House. We'll bring everything up closer to the go to engine. It says 21 cars. Let's go. Go down the holes. Let's leave it at 7 miles an hour. Let's see how long it lasts before it slows down. It's gonna coast a long ways with this freight. So what I plan on doing is pulling that last car to track 3 all the way forward, drop it off first, those 2 down there at the end, then come back out and drop everything off on track 1 except for that second coal car you see full of coal. Whatever the hell that is, I don't know what's in there. It's shice, it's not even coal. Looks like coal though. That goes to Slay and Micah, which is in the east. Oh no, it goes to Sylvia Interchange, excuse me. It came from Slay and Micah. Shit, so gotta get a one so we can measure where we're at with that switch. I gotta stop before the switch and uncouple cars behind this box car I'm riding so we can put it on the proper track. Okay, so here we go. This should be close enough. Might be too close. Oh, there's a car in front of it. Alright. Couple that. Close the angle cock. Get back on for the ride. Hop off and stop the train at the same time. Right the switch. Turn on the brake. Oh, switch the track. This comes back by, I'll hop on it. I'll hop on this when it comes back by us. In case you didn't hear me say that. Yeah. Let's climb this ladder. Now we're on. Yeah, so this is my fucking life. I just switched the yard when I first get here. It's not that bad though. It's just when you get put in those tight spots that you really have to think about your maneuvers or it could take you all day. I had that happen earlier in the game the other day and that was really messing me up. I ended up doing all these extra moves that I didn't have to do. I realized it too late. Alright. Yeah, I need to hook up these brake lines. I forgot to do that earlier because we're gonna be, these will be on a mainline train. So I want to make sure that they're gonna be hooked up. And I gotta uncouple this. Wait, is this going here? Anything else? Okay. Let's see what we got there. Cock chop the air. And then this. We can back out of here. Just gotta drop one car off on track fucking 1. Then come back to track 3. And then we'll be ready to switch the mill. Switching the mill is gonna be a trick. Because I gotta pull cars out of the mill. That's all I should do first, just pull everything out of the mill and bring it to the yard. And then grab the mill cars. take out the outgoing cars first, so they're not in the way. Oops, overran the switch. Alright, so I'll just have him join us back over there. I'll get off and I tell him to stop. Alright. Real gentle. That'll do. Yes. Just climb on since he's right there. Come on back. Let's go. Struggling. Slow this down. Pass 4. 3 will do for me. 3 for me. Alright, so now I gotta hook the hoses up. This is a permanent move. Yeah. Okay. Damn it. Sorry about that. What? People are talking to me through my door. I'm trying to make a video. Okay, so now we gotta disconnect this. This. Um. All right. Well, take her away. Usually with the more powerful locomotive, I don't have to use that much throttle to get this damn thing going. It also takes longer for this engine to stop, too. It has a lot of weight behind it. There's 15 cars on this with us right now. So get this switch. We just get on it while it's on the move. It's going away. And that. Speed up a little bit. So this boxcar and the boxcar we're coupling to go to the same place. And I didn't plan that. It just worked out that way. Otherwise, I would have just destined it for eastbound instead of. I wouldn't have separated it by where they're going necessarily. Because I would just do the extra switching once I get there instead of ahead of time. Maybe one of these days I'll start doing that. Alright, so now I'm gonna go here to this. Go to the other end, see what's here. Close the single cock. Undo the coupler. Pattern. Let's get out of here. So, this is the late 1940s. In the Carolinas. Oh yeah, that engine we're switching with is also my logging engine, by the way, for my logging journey. I'll do a film on that sometime later. Got to get off at the switch. Alright, so now there's one more car. So it's in the front of the train. So I'm gonna shove all of this back. Actually, I'm gonna grab the caboose. Put it on the front of the mill track. Nah, hell, I'm just gonna leave it. I don't give a shit. It's just gonna be what it is. Be it for anything. Alright, so we're going 6 miles an hour. I gotta drop it to 5, 4, 3, 2. Take off the brake and let it slide in at 2. I'm gonna get all the it. Now I gotta do a shove. Put the air in. We're switching with air. And go ahead and shove this in. All these green tabs are way in the east. I mean in the west. So I gotta take all this west. Appalachian hardwoods, Robinson Gap coal, all that goes to the west. Except for this one right here, which I gotta put on track 3 with everything I just did. That's eastbound, that red tag. So we need to stop him right here. And disconnecting. Zinger clock. I don't know what that was. Alright. Then we will take up the brake. So Up here, switch the switch. Take the brakes off, go the other direction, and come at me. So all my eastbound track, this is my eastbound track, that's the mill track. Everything with that yellow tab, yellow and brown, is all the mill. So I got like fucking 10 cars to deliver to the mill. That's gonna be really fun. That mill switching area is kind of a pain in the butt. It's simple, but a lot of going back and forth. So it's a little bit of a drag if you're in a hurry. Brakes are on those cars, so I hit it like a ton of bricks. So I got to pick up the air. You hear the air coming through as I'm turning this angle guide. All right, now I need to drop off this car. Trap the air in this coal car. It's pretty opposite. Yeah. Didn't expect that to happen, but did. It worked out. There's my other engine. It's back doors to the engine house are open. That's the tender facing you. Here, for instance. Okay, so let's take. Come on, a little bit more. Okay, that will do. Switch the switch. Let's block here. Swing back in here. I think we got everything I need. I'm gonna take the brake off this son of a bitch. And then I gotta hook up the air. We got everything eastbound out of the way. We got our westbound train set up and ready to go. Going to oh, you know what? I was just thinking. I could run the different crew on the eastbound train. Oops, I don't know why I did that. Big mistake. Alright. I'm gonna duck this engine out of the way. As soon as we get the air pumped up. I'm gonna trap once the air is pumped up, we're gonna trap the air in the cars and switch out engines and run this train east. Or west, I mean. And then by the time I'm done switching the mill, it will arrive in Bryson, which is pretty far east. That's where I separate eastbound freight, is in Bryson Yard. We got a lot of deliveries in Bryson too, so why the fuck not, right? This is great. Listen up to the end. Look at this. Still not pumped up all the way. 85 pounds. 86. Why is it only... Wait, something's fucking wrong. Alright. We got low on. Okay, let's see what's going on. It's weird. Now we got to pump up the air again. So yeah, the train wasn't coupled together properly, and I drained the air out of the 18 cars that are sitting on this line. So now I gotta pump them up again. And then I'm gonna run an 18 car eastbound train out of here. As long as I don't have... I'll have to check my switch list that I got. Switch list. Presentation listing. Xfinity and engine done. I don't have anything destined for anything in Whittier, so yeah, we can run this all the way east. This is sweet. The only thing I had for Whittier is the mill stuff, and that's great. So now, gotta grab that other angle cock. Turn that to drop the air in. Disconnect the train. And we need to cut the air on the engine. So that I won't constantly pump air. There we go. Rapid drain. Yeah, I thought I just shut that damn thing. It's 15% open. Okay. Close this. So I'm just get rid of this train. So yeah. We'll park this in the fucking engine house until we get rid of that train. Once that westbound train is gone, I can switch to mill. When I see the switch right here, I'm gonna have to jump off, switch it, and then run this into the switch it. Here. Down here, line the switches from. Yeah, everything's aligned. Let's bring him in. And if I can get this. Let's do this. Stopped. This train is gonna haul that freight east. Oh, where the fuck you're going with that? It looks like you're going the right direction, I guess. Up on the back of this tender and go for a ride back to the yard with this. Pick up our westbound train. So this train's a little bigger. We're going to do this the expressway because I can't wait to switch them out. Then we'll take this and this and reverse it to the yard. This is my red switcher, by the way. It's the 1930s, 20s SD9. Yeah. Get it all set up here. With a little friend. Full card. Alright. So, okay. Go that way. That way. And that's great because I already had the car charged, so I've already got full pressure ready to go. So say goodbye to this train. I'm gonna run an AI different crew on it, and I gotta go to this map and make sure this thing stops in fucking Dillsborough. No, not Dillsborough, but Bryson. So this is my whole line right here. So like it starts in Sylvia Interchange, goes through Sylvia, Cowie, Barkers, Wilmot. We're right here in Whittier. We're Whittier Yards. What a yard looks like. This is my eastbound track where the mouse is right now. The mill track, the westbound track, and the main line. So I'm going to run this train down the siding. This is the siding. All the way to the main. I got to make sure everything's lined up over here. Okay. So I got to run that out. To the main. I just refueled it. It's got water. It's got all that great stuff. So there's Bryson. So now gotta figure what line is gonna come out in Bryson. I'm gonna make it come out on line the stations on. And then I'm gonna leave it like that so it'll stop on its own. Now we're gonna send it off. To 35 miles an hour. Actually thought the switch was switched the wrong way and I didn't want to do it with rain. So now I'm in the yard. A train is headed fucking. There it is right there. You can see the caboose taking off. The train is going westbound. I'm going westbound. Now I need to switch out the mill. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all the outbound cars out of the mill, get them out of the way so we can put the inbounds in. So yeah, we'll just do that, I guess. Shit. Select. Go to. I'm going to go now. This is a mess. Okay. There's the mill right there, that big red barn. That's the damn mill. It's the green chain shacks over there. After I place all the cars in the mill, if I feel like it, I'll run a logging train. But that's going to take hours on this video. I don't want to do that. It's already been an hour. In fact, I'm just going to call this video good right now. This is the end of the video. Adios.